So we were reading the Murli of 31st December 1992. The way to attain success is to use everything in a worthwhile way. So this is the Murli of the year end. Generally, Baba met 31st December until the next day morning. So we saw Baba having a long Murli where Baba told us the secrets of having lived a worthwhile life. Then he also met Dadis. Later on, he met around six groups. So first two groups we have already covered. First one was महावीर वह जिसके स्वप्न में भी दुख की लहर न हो. So that was then the group number one. Group number two was फरिश्ता बनना अर्थात कर्म करते भी कर्म के बंधन से मुक्त होना. So Baba gave the importance about फरिश्ता. Today we will be reading the group number 3 and 4, and tomorrow will be follow that by group number 5, 6 and the closing. So group number 3 is विग विश्व राज्य के तख्त नशीन बनने का आधार है अकाल तख्त नशीन बनना. So विश्व राज्य is directly related to अकाल तख्त नशीन बनना. So Baba has elaborated very nicely on what it means to be अकाल तख्त नशीन. Baba says अपने को तख्त नशीन श्रेष्ठ आत्मा अनुभव करते हो. आत्मा सदा किस तख्त पर विराजमान है जानते हो. इसको कौन सा तख्त कहते हैं. अकाल है ना. आत्मा अकाल है, इसलिए उसके तख्त का नाम भी अकाल तख्त है. आत्मा शरीर में सदा प्रकृति के बीच अकाल तख्त नशीन है. तो तख्त नशीन जो होता है उसे राजा कहा जाता है. तख्त पर तो राजा ही बैठेगा ना. तो आप आत्मा भी अकाल तख्त नशीन राजा हो. So Baba sees the throne of the forehead as takht, which he refers as Akal Takht. And Baba tells that those who are sitting on this Akal Takht should be the kings. So do we really understand ourselves as Akal Takht Nashin? और अकाल तख्त नशीन आत्माएं बाप के दिल का तख्त और विश्व के राज्य का तख्त भी प्राप्त करती है. तो तीनों ही तख्त कायम है. तख्त पर बैठना आता है या घड़ी घड़ी नीचे आ जाते हो. जो पहले अकाल तख्त नशीन हो सकते हैं वही बाप के दिल तख्त नशीन हो सकते हैं. और जो दिल तख्त नशीन है वही विश्व के राज्य के तख्त नशीन हो सकते हैं. So Baba refers to three thrones. If we are Akal Takht, then automatically we would become Dil Takht Nashin of Baba, followed by विश्व के राज्य तख्त नशीन. तो पहला आधार है अकाल तख्त. स्वराज्य है तो विश्व राज्य है. जिसको स्वराज्य कहना नहीं आता करना नहीं आता वह विश्व का राज्य नहीं कर सकता. तो स्वराज्य का तख्त है यह भ्रुकुटी अकाल तख्त. बाप और बच्चों के संबंध का तख्त है बाप के दिल का तख्त. इन दो तख्त के आधार पर विश्व के राज्य का तख्त. तो पहले फाउंडेशन हुआ क्या हुआ अकाल तख्त. सो I think again indirectly this refers to the same thing. अपने को आत्मा समझो, which Baba generally says in साकार मुरलीज as well. अपने को याद करो, अपने को आत्मा समझो और बाप को याद करो. He says here is referring to अकाल तख्त to have that awareness, and also बाबा के दिल तख्त, that means remembering Baba. So Baba says अकाल तख्त नशीन आत्मा सदा नशे में रहती है. तख्त का नशा तो होगा ना. So Baba has very nicely given a new tool to remember ourselves as the soul, that we are seated on the throne, Akal Takht. So Baba says that we should have the nasha, intoxication, that we are on that throne. लेकिन वह रूहानी नशा है, अल्पकाल का नशा नहीं, नुकसान वाला नशा नहीं. वह रूहानी नशा हद के नशों को समाप्त कर देता है. हद के नशे में अनेक प्रकार के हैं और रूहानी नशा एक है. मैं बाप का, बाप मेरा, यह रूहानी नशा है. बाप का बन गया, यह रूहानी नशा है. तो यह रूहानी नशा सदा रहता है या उतरता चढ़ता है, कभी ज्यादा चढ़ता, कभी कम चढ़ता. अगर कोई राजा हो, तख्त भी हो, लेकिन तख्त का राजाई का नशा नहीं, तो वह राजा बिना नशे के राज चला रह सकेगा. Interesting. Papa is giving a scenario. If somebody is a king, he has a throne, but he has not got the intoxication of the kingdom. So without that, will he be able to rule? अगर आत्मा रूहानी नशे में नहीं, तो स्वराज्य कैसे कर सकेंगे? राज्य में हलचल होंगी. देखो, प्रजा का प्रजा पर राज्य है, तो हलचल है ना. अगर आत्मा स्वराज्य के नशे में नहीं, तो प्रजा का प्रजा पर राज्य हो जाता है. वह कर्मेंद्रिय ही राज्य करती है. तो प्रजा का राज्य हुआ ना, उसका नतीजा होगा हलचल. तो सदा तख्त नशीन आत्मा का रूहानी नशा रखो. ऐसा श्रेष्ठ बाप के दिल का तख्त सारे कल्प में नहीं मिल सकता. विश्व के राज्य का तख्त तो अनेक जन्म मिलता है, लेकिन बाप के दिल तख्त नशीन सिर्फ अभी होते हैं. तो उसका फायदा लेना चाहिए ना. जो बाप के दिल तख्त नशीन है, उन उसके आगे कोई विघ्न, कोई समस्या नहीं आ सकती. न प्रकृति वार कर सकती, न माया वार कर सकते. दिल तख्त नशीन बनना अर्थात सहज प्रकृति जीत, माया जीत बनना. तो ऐसे प्रकृति जीत माया जीत बने हो. प्रकृति भी हलचल में लाती है ना. प्रकृति की हलचल ब्राह्मण आत्माओं को हिला देती है, तो हलचल नहीं होनी चाहिए ना. तख्त नशीन नहीं है, तो हलचल में आते हैं. अगर तख्त नशीन हो, तो किसकी हिम्मत नहीं हलचल में लावे. तो हलचल में आना अच्छा लगता है, अच्छा नहीं लगता है, लेकिन हो जाता है. तो परवश हो गए ना। बंधना किसी को भी अच्छा नहीं लगता है, लेकिन जब परवश हो जाते हैं तो बंध जाता है। तो परवश आत्मा को यह स्वतंत्र आत्माएं हो। मुक्त कब बनेंगे? मुक्त कब होंगे? जीवन मुक्ति का मजा तो अभी है। भविष्य में जीवन मुक्त और जीवन बंद का कॉन्ट्रास्ट नहीं होगा। लेकिन इस समय तो समझते हो ना कि जीवन बंद क्या है, जीवन मुक्त क्या है। इस समय के जीवन मुक्त का अनुभव श्रेष्ठ है। जीवन में है लेकिन मुक्त है, बंधन में नहीं है। आप लोगों का स्लोगन है मुक्ति और जीवन मुक्ति जन्म सिद्ध अधिकार है। तो अधिकार प्राप्त किया है या जब परम धाम में जाएंगे तब ही प्राप्त करेंगे? वहां तो पता ही नहीं पड़ेगा मुक्ति क्या है, जीवन मुक्ति क्या है। इसका अनुभव तो अभी होता है। अनुभवी हो ना। सभी ने जीवन मुक्त का अनुभव किया है या जब सतयुग में जाएंगे तब करेंगे? ब्राह्मण जीवन में जीवन मुक्ति का अनुभव हो सकता है। सो दे रिस्पोंडेड हो सकता है। तो होता है? बाबा इज अगेन आस्किंग। बाप दादा ने पहले भी सुनाया है कि जब आपकी रचना कमल पुष्प में यह विशेषता है कि न्यारा रह सकता है, जल में रहते जल के बंधन से मुक्त है, तो मनुष्य आत्मा रचता है और वह रचना है। तो रचना में यह विशेषता है कि मास्टर रचता में नहीं है ना। बाबा टेलिंग रचना में वह विशेषता है और मास्टर रचना में नहीं है ना। कभी भी बंधन मुक्त के बजाय अगर बंधन युक्त हो जाओ, कभी भी बंधन मुक्त के बजाय अगर बंधन युक्त हो जाओ, बंधन में फंस जाओ, तो अपने सामने कमल पुष्प का दृष्टांत रखो कि जब कमल पुष्प न्यारा प्यारा बन सकता है तो क्या मास्टर सर्वशक्तिमान नहीं बन सकता? सो बंधन मुक्त इज फ्री फ्रॉम बंधन and bandhan yukt means filled with bandhan. So whenever we become bandhan mukt to bandhan yukt, Baba tells us to emerge the kamal pushpa. Because we are all yogis on the lotus flower. So he tells us to ask that whether we are master almighty authority, तो सदा बन जाएंगे। थोड़ा टाइम बनते हैं, थोड़ा टाइम नहीं बनते हैं। इसमें मजा नहीं है ना। कभी बंधन कभी बंधन मुक्त, ये अच्छा लगता है। तो जो अच्छी चीज नहीं लगती उसे छोड़ दिया जाता है या थोड़ा थोड़ा रखा जाता है। तो जीवन मुक्त बनने की विधि क्या है? न्यारा और प्यारा बनने की विधि क्या है? तख्त नशीन बनो। सदा तख्त नशीन आत्मा बन जीवन मुक्ति का अनुभव करते रहो। यह जीवन मुक्ति की स्थिति बहुत प्यारी है। इंटरेस्टिंग। तभी सदा राजी रहते हो ना, रहने वाले हो, हर बात में राजी, कोई गाली देवे तो भी राजी, कोई इंसल्ट अर्थात अपमान कर दे तो भी राजी, या उस समय काजी बन जाते हो, सदा खुश रहते हो, सदा खुश रहने वाले, सदा राजी रहने वाले, समीप भी बनते और समान भी बनते। राजी रहना अर्थात सर्व राजों का को जानना, नाराज माना राज नहीं जानते तो नाराज रहते हैं। आप तो सब राज जान गए हो, राज जान गए हो ना, तो राज को जानने वाले राजी रहेंगे ना। नाराज वो रहता जो राज को नहीं जानता। आप तो त्रिकालदर्शी नॉलेजफुल हो गए हो ना, तो जब राज को जानने वाले सदा राजी रहने वाले हैं, या प्रकृति में थोड़ी खिटखिट होती है तो नाराज हो जाते हो, सदा राजी रहते हो, फलक से कहते हो जी, हम नहीं रहेंगे तो कौन रहेंगे। सदैव यह स्मृति रखी कि भगवान बाप के बनने से अब राजी नहीं होंगे तो कब होंगे। अभी तो होना है ना, इसलिए कहते ही है खुश राजी, जो खुश होगा वो राजी होगा, जो राजी होगा वह खुश होगा। पूछते हैं ना एक दो से, खुश राजी हो, तो सदा राज को जानने वाले अर्थात सदा खुश रहने वाले खुश राजी, ऐसे नहीं वहां कहे हाँ और यहाँ जाओ तो कहो क्या करे। ऐसे नहीं कि यहाँ कहो हाँ और वहां जाओ तो कहे क्या करे। So Baba has told two things. One is about the Akal Takht, and about the second thing is about being happy always. The second part of being happy, Baba is also connected with when we greet everybody, we always ask, are you all happy? So he tells that if you're happy here, you should always be happy wherever you go. Then group number 4, विशेषताएं बाप की देन है, इसलिए कभी भी मेरापन न आए। बाप द्वारा जो सर्व खजाने मिले हैं, उन सभी खजानों की चाबी क्या है। कौन सी चाबी लगाने से अनुभव होता है। मेरा बाबा, यही चाबी है। मेरा और फिर बाबा, तो जब मेरा हो गया तो जो बाप का सो आपका हो गया, और बाबा कहाँ अर्थात वर्षे के अधिकारी बने। खजाने सभी आत्माओं को प्राप्त है, लेकिन खजानों का अनुभव तब कर सकते हैं जब दिल से ये स्मृति में रहे कि मेरा बाबा। बाप कहते ही वर्षा याद आ जाता है। मालिक के साथ बालक भी हो जा मालिक के साथ बालिक बालक भी हो, और बालक के साथ मालिक भी हो। बालक बनने से सदा बेफिक्र, सदा डबल लाइट रहते हैं। और मालिक अनुभव करते हैं करने से मालिकपन का रूहानी नशा रहता है। तो बालकपन का अनुभव भी आवश्यक है और मालिकपन का अनुभव भी आवश्यक है। Why does it says this? बाबा says बालक बनने से सदा बेफिक्र, सदा डबल लाइट रहते हैं। Because we don't have to apply our brains, so we are बेफिक्र and we are double light. एंड मालिक अनुभव करने से मालिकपन का रूहानी नशा रहता है। दैट हैज इट्स ओन इम्पोर्टेंट दैट यस आई एम द मालिक। तो बालकपन का अनुभव भी आवश्यक है और मालिकपन का अनुभव भी आवश्यक है। कभी कभी मालिक, कभी कभी बालक, यह दोनों ही विधि आती है। कई ऐसी बातें व संबंध संपर्क में आने से कई समय ऐसे आते हैं जिसमें कहा मालिक बनना पड़ता है और कहा बालक बनना पड़ता है। So later on you can share examples where do we have to become Malik and where do we have to become Balak, in what relationships, in what sambandh sampark can we experience both of these. अगर बालक बनते हैं बनने के बजाय उस समय मालिक बन जाए तो भी हलचल में आ जाते हैं, और जिस समय मालिक बनना चाहिए उस समय बालक बन जाए तो भी हलचल। जैसा समय वैसा स्वरूप। कोई भी कार्य करते हो तो मालिक बनकर करते हो, लेकिन जब कोई बड़े यह फाइनल करते हैं कि यह काम ऐसे नहीं ऐसे हो, तो उस समय फिर बालक बन बालक बन जाते हो। राय के समय मालिक, और जब मेजॉरिटी फाइनल करते हो तो उस समय बालक। उस समय मालिकपन का नशा नहीं, मैंने जो सोचा वो राइट है। अभी अभी मालिक, अभी अभी बालक। तो वैसा समय तो जैसा समय वैसे स्वरूप में स्थित रहना, यह विधि आती है। इसको कहा जाता है ऑलराउंड पार्ट बजाने वाले। राय बहादुर भी बने और हाजी करने वाला भी। तो ऐसा करना आता है क्योंकि इस ईश्वरीय मार्ग में कभी भी कोई ऐसे कह नहीं सकता कि मेरी बुद्धि का प्लान बहुत अच्छा है। I'll repeat again. इस ईश्वरीय मार्ग में कभी भी कोई ऐसे नहीं कह सकता कि मेरी बुद्धि का प्लान बहुत अच्छा है, मेरी राय बहुत अच्छी है, मेरी राय क्यों नहीं मानी गई। मेरी है, मेरी बुद्धि बहुत अच्छा काम करती है, मेरी बुद्धि को रिगार्ड नहीं दिया गया तो मेरा है। जो भी विशेषता है वह मेरी है या बाप की देन है, तो बाप की देन में मेरापन नहीं आ सकता। इसलिए सदा ही न्यारे और प्यारे रहने वाले। तो यह भी एक सीढ़ी है बालक और मालिक बनने की। यह सीढ़ी है, कभी चढ़ो कभी उतरो, कभी बालक बन जाओ कभी मालिक बन जाओ। इसमें सदा ही हल्के रहेंगे, किसी प्रकार का बोझ नहीं। वेरी नाइसली बाबा elaborated. बालक एंड मालिकपन। सब प्रकार का बोझ बाप को दे दिया ना, बोझ उठाने की आदत तो नहीं है ना। बोझ उठाने की आदत होती है तो कितना भी कहो, बोझ उठाएंगे जरूर। बोझ उठाने वाले नहीं, हल्के रहने वाले। जितना हल्का उतना ऊंचा, ऊंची स्थिति में उड़ता रहेगा। बोझ वाले की निशानी है, वह नीचे स्वतः ही आ जाता है, और हल्की की निशानी है, वह स्वतः ही सहज ऊंचा उड़ता रहेगा। तो कौन हो? उड़ने वाले ना। जब समय ही है उड़ती कला का, तो उड़ती कला के समय उड़ने में ही प्राप्ति है। दोनों में बिजी रहते हो, याद में भी और सेवा में भी। दिन रात सेवादारी को सेवा के बिना चैन नहीं आता है। ऐसे सेवादारी हो, यह जब चांस मिलता है तब सेवा करते हो। जैसे सेवा में आगे बढ़ते हो, ऐसे बाद में भी सदा आगे बढ़ो। सॉरी, याद में भी सदा आगे बढ़ो। याद और सेवा का बैलेंस सदा आगे बढ़ना है, बढ़ाता है। बैलेंस रखना आता है। कभी सेवा में बहुत आगे चले जाओ, कभी याद में आगे चले जाओ, तो सेवा भूल जाओ। ऐसे नहीं, याद और सेवा दोनों सदा साथ रहे। अच्छा। So we'll pause here. I think there is something more Baba is telling to the group number 4, but we can cover that tomorrow. So we will just cover till today here मालक और बालकपन का balance for this group which Baba has told, and the second part is uh, सभी प्रकार का बोझ बाबा को दे दिया, and याद और सेवा, striking out balance between both of this, giving importance to both of them. So let's pause for a minute. Let's reflect what did we hear so far, and later we'll start with discussion. Okay, Om Shanti, let's start discussing.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, brother.
So Baba says that Akal, so that is, the foundation of where we become the self-sovereign, or right, the throne of self-sovereignty. And to the extent that we become that, accordingly we can become Dil Takht, that is Baba's heart throne. we can claim, and then to the extent that we claim Baba's heart throne, accordingly we'll claim the world sovereignty, that is the kingdom of the world throne. So they all are interlinked, connected. So the self-sovereign is to have the complete control over the self, and all the sense organs working under the our control. I mean, mainly soul is becoming, ruler of the kingdom, the subtle organs and also the physical organs. So when we take mastery in this, then it becomes easy for us to stabilize in Baba's remembrance, meaning to stabilize in Baba's heart throne. So the effort would be, I think, to first become a Akal Takht, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is also like as we progress in the journey that comes, right? I mean, sometimes we feel though we want to be self-sovereign, but it's not happening according to the wish or desire that we have. And sometimes there is halchal. Some days everything goes well, but some days, not going well. So, and we know that Baba always like to have this sada, right? So
Mm.
meeting that sada is always a problem, isn't it? So, so how do you balance this the full fight?
Interesting question. So let's come back to this question again. Girjaben, would you like to share something?
Yeah. See, I liked the sequence which Baba speaks over here about Dil Throne, Dil Takht, sorry, yeah, Akal Takht and Dil Takht. See, and I used to often see Akal Takht is so easy. I sit down and I just go within inside and I can feel the energy within inside. And then I come out and then I say Brikati ke beech mein chamakta hua jab sitara. I can experience it. I can really feel that energy rising up to my thing, to my forehead. Like if you have specially done this chakra meditation, where you can really go down and experience the soul, whether you can see or not, and you can do. But I have often wondered this incorporeal little person, Shiv Baba, he is itself incorporeal, he is just a small point. How can I experience that I'm going and sitting on his dil? Where is his dil? What is his dil? We need a situational kind of thing also when we are doing meditation, whether it's creative or anything. So this dil takht, which Baba is saying, is it that I just touch the heart? Where is the heart? What kind of feeling should I experience to really sit on the Dil throne? Because it's said, unless I sit on the double throne now, that was the third qualification. Earlier qualification is Swarajya, then only full Raja. So unless I sit on the double throne now, can I sit on the royal throne in the future kingdom? Double throne, one throne, it's I find easy. But this heart throne, just like I can sit in Baba's heart or what? Oh, situation kya hai? How can you give me the picturesque thing of the heart throne? I always wanted to understand Baba's heart throne a little, what to say, not physically, experientially. How do I go to that heart throne of the incorporeal person? So this heart throne sounds sometimes abstract for me. I really can't go and say, is Shiv Baba really happy? Am I seated on his heart? Give me that kind of guarantee to prove, yes, I've gone there. Because Akal Takht, I can get that experience because it's within me. So if you can just come down to that, the experience of sitting on the heart throne.
Hmm. Very good. Baba gives very nice analogy. Anybody would like to answer these two questions? First one was how can we sustain the Akal Takht, and second one is how can we experience the Dil Takht, the heart throne. Each one of has our own experience. It is just that Baba plays upon words and tries to give a different analogy or um, metaphor. But how do we all experience? That is something each one of us might have our own understanding.
I think practice of silence will give us that space to experience, to go within and experience. So that will, play a vital role there. And also, so when it comes to Akal Takht, my understanding is the most disturbance that comes from the old sanskars, some of the old sanskars that will pop up, and then sense organs to some extent, most of us would be able to balance it. But when it comes to some of the old sanskars, especially dealing with mind, is also mind and intellect, right? They sometimes create problems. That is again create problem in the sense it's based on the sanskars that we have unknowingly developed right in the past, that comes in the form of obstacle and then cause problems. So I think learning to stabilize that, that is where um, I feel the key um, thing here. Then it becomes easy to stabilize in Baba's heart throne. If I can order my mind to stabilize in Parandam, in under Baba's canopy there, according to my wish, right? There's no other thought should come. Then there is that experience, right? Or in Baba's heart throne, there is that experience. But suddenly some other pull thought and comes, right? Then that experience goes, right, when some other thoughts comes in.
Okay.
Yeah, Vipul just to add to what Bijit Pai said, see, not that Baba has not mentioned. See, if you see, as you read, I was thinking he's giving us signs of Dil Takht. But my thing was, see, Akal Takht I can experience. See, that I don't need, even before Raj Yoga meditation, there were people who really had what to say is to go to the center of the thing and experience, the Sahaj Raj Yoga. I'm not saying, I mean, I forgot that name of Raj Yoga. No, it's called as the chakra meditation, going up, going to that last chakra, and then feeling the thousand lotus on the top of their head and feeling the coolness. That kind of occultic experience when people have given us. See, that occult, because it's something within me. But here, if you see, even in the Murli, Baba says, Dil tak nashin means there's no vigna before you. No problem can come. Your Prakriti Jeet. See, they are the effects. You will be Maya Jeet. So if I am Prakriti Jeet, means, oh, so I am Dil tak nashin. If I am Maya Jeet, means, oh, I am this. So Baba has told us, Prakriti Jeet, then there will be no halchal. You will not shake and all, Dil tak. But for me, Dil Tak means sitting in Baba's heart. Like that is how I have always taken as one is sitting on my physical, that immortal throne within. Other is really that's a beautiful feeling sitting in God's heart. For me to go directly and connect. So sometimes, as I didn't get any explanation, I used to think it's just a connection between my chair, my throne, and that throne. I used to just take it, but as I have experienced Mera Jo Ye Takht Hai, my question was, how will the throne of Shiv Baba be? How many people can sit on it, even though? So I wanted to get, I don't know that how to give you that word, the thing of that Baba's throne. That's what I wanted. Otherwise, Baba is very clearly
Yeah.
giving
Yeah.
me.
So I'll just add on to what to your question. So see, when we say about the Dil Takht or Baba's heart throne, it is less about imagining a physical throne and more about developing a deep, subtle relationship and belongingness with Baba. Hmm. So how can we experience it? First, of course, becoming soul conscious. That is what the first step, because Baba is Nirakar, we are also Nirakar. We all both are point of light. So first, having that awareness that I am a peaceful, pure, eternal soul, child of Supreme. Second is feeling a relationship with Baba. Hmm. So not just merely saying that Baba is remembering me, but that a relationship that I belong to Baba and Baba belongs to me. That जिसको जिगरी प्यार or that kind of super senses joy when we experience during meditation. Hmm. Because dil tak pe baithna matlab it is that stage of meditation which wherein we experience that belongingness. Just like for example when we go in our own home, if we sit in on our sofa or if we sit on our in our bedroom, we feel very much relaxed. We are not conscious कि अरे किसके सोफे पे बैठे हैं या whose bed I am sleeping into, because it's mine. We don't even have to think that way. So second is having that relationship with Baba, that Baba is belonging to me. Third step, I would think of experiencing that heart connection. Hmm. So rather than trying to see a throne, physical throne, because there is no throne even it Paramdham or nothing, but it is that experience. So how can I experience that? That Baba has given me a place in his heart. I am his special child. There is no distance between Baba and me. So just like person sits on a throne, so there is no distinction between a throne and the person. The person takes the same, the physical person takes the same shape as that of a throne. If you see our legs, our hips, and our back is just in the same posture as the throne is as we get seated. Just like that, I am combined with Baba. Baba has given me space in his heart. As Baba also mentions many times in the Murli. And then fourth step would be, in my opinion, even offering our heart to Baba. Baba, this heart is yours. Whatever is unnecessary in my heart, I hand it over to you. Fill my heart with your love, purity, and remembrance. Whatever, that is heart to heart conversation which we have with Baba. So, as we found space in Baba's heart, even my entire heart belongs to you. So, that belongingness, deepening that further. And then the last fifth step could be that, you know, experiencing return love from Baba. When experience what Baba has to say, that can be very much unique for each one of us. Hmm. So this way, you know, see, important point is don't try too hard to manufacture or experience something, like, अरे वो दिल किधर है, which part of heart am I sitting, top part, bottom part, is there a cushion or not? How many people are sitting at this moment on his heart? Am I getting space or not? This would be then again, that head based thinking going on, wherein we may not be deepening our connection. So understanding, so in other words, whenever we have a very deep relationship with Baba, whenever we experience that super senses joy during meditation, uh, you all will especially understand that whenever we have done one good seva or something good we have done, and we are just telling thanks to Baba, the kind of super senses joy which we come during that time. Oh Baba, how lovely, everything was possible because of you. That connection which we have, that I am Baba's and Baba's is me. This is another way to look at what is Art Throne.
Interesting, Praful. You have really given us a big checklist. But I do only two things now till now what you have explained. Because I read somewhere, I don't know which Murli, where it was said, if you're seated on Brahma Baba's heart throne, you'll definitely be seated on Shiv Baba's throne. So it's easy for me to climb to Brahma Baba's heart throne. Because what is Brahma Baba without Shiv Baba within him? So I always felt, because I don't know which Murli where it was given, अगर आप Brahma Baba के दिल तक पर बैठ सकते हैं, so it's like equally to sit on Shiv Baba. So I took that. Or like you said, shouldn't imagine heart and all. But what I do is when I sit in meditation, that oval shaped Shiv Baba I don't take. I change that oval into a heart shaped and I make it as a heart shaped and I enter it. I thought this was good for me, the creative aspect as well as follow further aspect. This is what I used to do till now for that Dil Tat. I
Yeah,
think
that
I
that is still fine. Yeah, yeah. See, because we need some creativity. So sometimes some take oval, sometimes some take heart. Even I do that sometimes. But the essence is, like when Baba says, "Na dil tak pe baithna," just seeing heart and still the thoughts are coming from outside. Probably we are not complying with what Baba wants to say. So visualization can take place anywhere. Sometimes even to make that experiential in some of the retreats, we have actually created. Uh, we have welded something called as heart and all the balloons around that heart, and in between we have kept the translight. And what we also did is we kept one throne, like one chair, a sofa kind of thing, between that heart, as if we are actually entering Baba's heart and sitting. So lots of creative thing we have done, and at that time only one person can sit. So we had this retreat long back in Chennai, wherein one person would go to Baba's room, experience as if we're sitting in that heart, experiencing that throne, Baba ke dil tak pe baithe hai, taking dishti from Baba. So all these creative visualizations experience do have a different impact, but the essence is basically heart to heart connection, as I understand. And the first point which you mentioned about Brahma Baba ke dil tak par baithe ho, so when Baba was in Sakar, especially then, there was always a Baba always comes as in Sakar Murli. There is a distinction that people don't following Brahma Baba, ki he is of no use, or probably we have direct connection with Shiv Baba. So sometimes Baba used to also say that if you are following Brahma Baba, or if Brahma Baba is happy with you, in other words, Shiv Baba will automatically be happy. So that children follow Brahma Baba, or they don't see him something different. But now that we don't have Brahma Baba, or Brahma Baba is as equal as Shiv Baba, when we say corporeal, तो Brahma Baba नहीं है, but incorporeal or in subtle form, they both are together. So some people even find, because visualizing again point of light is difficult. So some people then go to subtle regions and experience some actions with Brahma Baba. We also hear this with in the Sandeshis, in the messengers, that Baba took us. He both of us sat into a heart throne. There was a big throne. All the children were merged into that throne, and that was in garden, and that throne was of pearls, and so many things they start describing. These are again different visualizations. Again, there is no harm in doing that, as far as our remembrance is only one, and we experience that love rather than thinking, अरे is there this or not, having that checklist, अरे throne में क्या है, कुछ गड़ तो नहीं जाएगा, is it safe, are we comfortable? So yeah, that is what I wanted to say, Shraddha. I think we are already 5:51. Any final point which anybody would like to add before we close? Vinod bhai, आपको कुछ ऐड करना है?
Jiva ji, Om Shanti.
Yes.
It is remaining closer to Baba I feel personally that excuse me, that I am closer to myself when I get ideas, when I'm free in thinking. I make points that are written in literature as well, which I feel convinced that I have experience of. Then I feel that yes, this I am becoming a knowledgeable soul, and I'm able to do it. I have more harmony with myself, and I experience joy after doing the job. That I think that's when I feel that yes, I've been able to convince myself. I've been able to render my job correctly. I I I only thank God that I've been able to do it. That's when I feel that I'm closer to Him, and He has been able to help me. There are also times when I don't think that this is what Baba has done at this point in time because it just happened, you know. So this is what I feel, that remaining closer to Baba or becoming, Dharana Youth there, that yes, things have happened and I'm happy with it. At certain point in time, I feel that जैसे बाबा भी मुरली में बताते हैं, ये आपका कुछ नहीं है, आपका दिमाग भी आपका नहीं है, आपका मन भी आपका नहीं है, ये कुछ नहीं है, सब कुछ बाबा का है. So at times I feel like letting go of everything, and particularly when things are actually out of what I can actually do, then I just let go, and somehow things are taken care of at a later point in time. तो ऐसे मेरे साथ अनुभव है. At times it becomes really pressurized कि करना भी है, but ये मेरा भी नहीं है, but मुझे करना भी है. So I go for help to hire people who are who are there with more experiences. This is more in terms of my local job, but we are one pitching between two worlds. So I think that this thing helps. When I'm in harmony with myself, I feel that मैं बाबा के करीब हूँ and मुझे help मिल रहा है. When it is not so, I do not blame Baba for it. I think it is just drama जो होता है जो होगा होगा बस. Thank you.
Yeah. Mm. So there are two important distinctions. One is remembering Baba and one is loving Baba. What is remembering Baba? It means I am thinking about Baba. And what is loving Baba? I am feeling connected to Baba. Mm. So when we say experiencing the art throne, the connection becomes so natural that I feel Baba's presence and belongingness without needing many thoughts. Mm. So in that stage, you may not have to generate so many thoughts. You would just feel connected, his presence and belongingness. And that is why sometimes 5 minutes of silent loving remembrance can be deeper than 30 minutes of mental repetition. That I am a soul, I am a soul, I am a child of point of light. These are mental repetition. So, but even if 5 minutes we're able to have that deep silent remembrance, that can help us experience heart throne. Anyways, let's try experiencing that in a minute before we close. I am a peaceful, pure, immortal soul. Baba, you are my eternal father. I have found you. I am your child. I belong to you. Your love is my spiritual inheritance. Baba, I give you the throne of my heart. Nothing else needs to occupy this throne. I am Baba's. Baba is mine. No sentences, no efforts, just experience. I am Baba's. Baba is mine. मैं बाबा का, बाबा मेरा. Om Shanti. Thank you, everyone. Let's continue tomorrow with the last part of Murli. Have a great day. Om Shanti.